Hello everyone and welcome once more to the sideboard here at the Seattle Open Series. I'm Glenn Jones and I'm joined by our champion Jesse Hampton. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job. The cup for your endeavors. It was obviously a pretty interesting deck compared to a lot of the ones in the room. One of the few decks that wasn't just a Pro Tour deck, actually, that we had in our top 8. You played blue-white control. What made you want to give up on the black?
Okay, well, I tested a lot on Magic Online, and I was playing a black-white-red deck and Esper, and both those are 3-color decks, and I felt like I was losing too much to my mana base, either not having all 3 of my colors, not having double black, not having what I needed at the right time, and all my lands coming into play tapped. Like, you just can't, either you have to have your first 2 or 3 lands come into play tapped, and then shock yourself most of the time, because the entire deck is non-basics.
Sure.
So I just wanted to be able to play my spells on time and not take damage from them.
Well, it certainly paid off. Did you feel the loss of things like Thoughtseize and Doomblade specifically? It seems like those cards were big selling points this weekend specifically.
Doomblade not so much, because I had 4 Last Breath in my sideboard, and Doomblade hits, or Last Breath hits almost everything that you want to Doomblade. And it also hits Night Veil Spectre, which is huge against the Devotion decks. So that card was really good for me. I boarded in usually 2 to 4 in almost every round, except for in the control mirrors, obviously. And what was the other card? Thoughtseize I would have liked, but I mean, you have to make sacrifices somewhere. Ideally, if I could, I would have played this deck with 4 Thoughtseize as main deck, because I think it's probably the best card in Standard. Maybe Mutavault's better, but you just can't make the mana work, I don't think.
I know that we talked a little bit about your particular deck's composition. You were really threat light. You're running just an Aetherling, 2 Mutavaults, and theoretically Jace Ultimates as the only ways you can actually kill people in the main deck. So did that really affect a lot of your play, or did you generally just assume people would not realize what was going on with your Aetherling lottery? I
mean, a lot of the times it's just wrong to take Aetherling. If they knew my exact deck list, maybe it's right, but I could still beat them with Jace and Mutavault. I played against a blue-red Devotion guy, and my board was 2 Mutavaults. I'd Revelated about 2 or 3 times. I hadn't seen my Aetherling. I had 8 or 10 cards left in my library, no Jaces in play, because I had been spending all my Jaces to try to catch up on the board. And I had counterspells in my hand. I got him hell-bent. He had a Purphoros in play, and I started attacking for 4 every turn. And he was at 30, but I got eventually 4 damage a turn is going to chop into 30 pretty fast. So you can win without the Aetherling. And I have an extra Aetherling in my board if I feel like if I need it against a Thoughtseize deck.
Sure. I was going to ask, how frequently did you board in that
extra
Aetherling? A lot.
I boarded in actually. It won me. What happened was against green-red, I boarded it in because I just thought I needed an extra win condition.
Sure.
And it was really good game 2. It was actually good game 1, but it was really, really good game 2 because it locked down his board and then killed all of his Planeswalkers and then killed him. So you wouldn't think you would need it in that matchup, but you really needed a big threat that could block their guys and then race them efficiently. Especially because he had Mistcutter Hydra, which is a huge problem for this deck.
All right, well, the Legacy Open's about to get started. I know you're playing in that. You've sleeved up a little Tendrils number, I see. You still got to grab a few cards before we actually get that started. So congratulations once again, and good luck in the Legacy Open.
Hopefully I win that too, but
we're going to go ahead and toss it back to the booth. And AJ and Matthias will take it from there. We'll do a little bit of a break before we come back with the Legacy Open in round 3. So.
Thank you for coming out. Please go ahead and open up your gold